Hey guys, how's it going? It's Douglas here at Drumboy Productions, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new products coming from Trick or Treat Studios in 2022. I haven't taken a look at this full catalog yet, but I wanted to do one of these videos covering the new Fun World products coming this year, and of course Trick or Treat Studios always has amazing products. They have a ton of new stuff coming out this year, so we're going to go ahead and take a look, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So for the front catalog page here, of course it says Trick or Treat Studios. We've got a bunch of VHS tapes, stuff like that. The Trick or Treat Studios font seems to be done in the Stranger Things font, at least I believe that's the same font. And we're going to go ahead and move through. I love that it actually has like the flipping pages going through this, that's really cool. So as far as Halloween, first page, we've got the Young Michael Clown, which is now an updated version, more accurate to the actual mask that was used. The one that many people have been producing for years has been confirmed and accurate because Mike Covert is the only person I know of who's actually found one, but the original mask used for young Michael Myers was found, and I believe they used that piece to update this piece. So much more accurate, very good looking. We've got the shape, the boogeyman, the Strode Realty metal sign, H1 light up pumpkin. Those are like the vacuform pumpkins, I think. They look to be plastic at least, but still pretty cool. Judith Myers tombstone, foam knife, butcher knife, and poster knife. We're just going to go through and take a look and try to mostly comment on the newer stuff. We've got the Young Michael costume, H1 static prop. Looks like Distortions probably did some work on that. Looking at the hands. The Sam Loomis costume, Laurie Strode, Myers ghost costume. Gotta love the bed sheet. And the 1978 coveralls. Next page for H2, we've got the H2 Deluxe, the Deluxe Myers V2. So I guess they've got a new version of the Deluxe Myers. That's coming this year. That's new for 2022. So new H2. The H2 Blood Tears, Ben Tramer, Economy Myers, Myers face mask, the Vacuform, H2 Deluxe coveralls, animated prop, static prop. Yet again, looks to be Distortions work on both of those, as well as the hanging prop. We've got H2 Light Up Pumpkin, the L-Rod knife, the scalpel, and the metal hospital sign. H3's got quite a few new things here. The Glow Pumpkin, Glow Witch, and Glow Skull I believe were new for last year. Those are sticking around. We've got the standard Pumpkin, Witch, and Skull. And now they have vacuform versions of the Pumpkin face mask, Witch face mask, Skull face mask. Those are new for this year. And we actually have full, like, Ben Cooper style, vintage style costumes here. And I love these. These are so cool. Looks like you have glow-in-the-dark. I don't know if the costumes glow in the dark specifically, or if it's the masks, but it looks to have the same face masks that we just talked about, the vacuform pieces, and of course a shirt and or I guess just costume piece, because the Witch has an extended one, looks like a dress attached to it. The Pumpkin and the Skull both look to just have their own shirts, but the designs on all those are really cool. We've got the Welcome to Santa Mira sign, the Final Processing sign, which I want to get one of those for my studio door. That's really cool. We now have a bunch of Ouija boards as well. I've seen a little bit about that on Instagram. We have a glow-in-the-dark Halloween 3 Ouija board, which is pretty sick, or as they call it, Witch board. The light-up Jolly Jack-o'-lantern, which is just the H3 Jack-o'-lantern, but it's one of the pumpkins, kind of like the H1 style pumpkin. And that's it for H3, I guess. Moving to H4, looks like we have the standard H4 Myers. We have the poster mask, Jamie Lloyd clown mask, the knife, the Jamie Lloyd clown costume. For Halloween 5, we've got the H5 Myers mask, Thorn temporary tattoos, and the Brute. Then moving to part 6, Curse of Michael Myers, we've got the H6 mask, the H6 pumpkin prop. That's it for that. H2O, we've got the V1 and V2. Of course, one being the K&B and the other one being the Stan Winston, I believe. Then we've got the Resurrection mask for Resurrection. Not a whole lot of products for some of those later films. Then for 2018, we've got quite a slew of props. We've got the Light Up Heart Eyes Pumpkin prop, which is new in 2022. We've got the 2018 Myers mask, the full coveralls. They do have an animated prop. Yet again, looks to be something Distortions worked on. The Final Battle is, I guess, what they've called the mask with the gigantic bullet wound. It was called the bullet wound for a while, I think. Yet again, I don't know why they're still producing that one with the gigantic hole in the side of the face when it's not accurate to literally anything, but it's still there if you want it. The Dead Eye Latex Appliance, very nice. Officer Francis head. I do want to get one of those Officer Francis heads and convert that sometime soon, so maybe I'll pick one of those up soon and we'll do a video on that. We've got the Halloween Kills mask, coveralls, and butcher knife, of course. Halloween Ends stuff coming soon, so pretty soon we'll get to see what the Ends mask looks like. Now, the Munsters. This is all new for 2022. Very excited to see some of these. We've got Herman, Lily, and Grandpa, of course. You've got the full, well, this is just the monsters over there. You've got those 3 masks. Then we've got the Universal monsters, a full Frankenstein costume with the mask, the bride costume, the wig as well, which I think you can get separate because I can see a different item number here. Mask of the Red Death, which is really cool to see brought out. The Frankenstein face mask, also pretty sick. Then we've got the rest of the Universal monsters here with the Mole Man, the Creature, Frankenstein, Gillman, Werewolf of London, Man Who Laughs, Art at the Bay, Imhotep, House of Frankenstein, Dracula Medallion, Gilman Hands, and then for Shaney Entertainment, you know, good old Lon Chaney, we've got the Wolfman, Phantom, Phantom Green, and the Hunchback. Then for Hammer Films, we've got Dracula Fangs, Vampire Bride Fangs, which just look to be the same thing, but just a little cleaner. Maybe she brushes her teeth a little bit more. Got the Dracula mask, the Curse of the Werewolf, Kyrus the Mummy, the Curse of Frankenstein, 7 Golden Vampires, Reptile, and the Monster from Hell. Then we've got the Scooby-Doo line. Guys, I have not picked up any of these yet, but I love all these so much. I can't even imagine how cool it would be to see all of these together. We've got the Creeper, Frankenstein, Mr. Hyde, the Witch, which is new, Caveman, which is new as well, Dracula, Zombie, and the Clown. We also continued on to the next page, have the Big Bad Werewolf, Charlie the Robot, Wolfman, the Creeper costume, looks like a Vacuform Creeper mask perhaps, Vacuform Clown, Vacuform Zombie, which looks to be new for 2022, the full clown costume, and then we get into Tromaville. We've got the Welcome to Tromaville sign, the Don't Pollute metal sign, which I actually love this. This screams like vintage 90s style. Really like this piece. Of course, anything Toxic Crusaders, kind of a very 90s feel. The Toxie from Toxic Crusaders, as well as Toxie from Toxic Avengers. One of these looking a little nastier than the other. Then we've got what I thought would be kind of an unlikely addition to their lineup, which is Dungeons and Dragons. You've got the Venger, the Beholder, the Mind Flayer, of course, all really, really cool creatures. Beholder and Mind Flayer more so than Venger, but still. We've got Cobra Commander, which is also new for 2022. Very excited to see these, because it's the classic chrome Cobra Commander mask. Really excited to see how those turn out. For you Tim Burton fans, we've got Corpse Bride. New for 2022, we've got Victor and Emily, both looking quite nice. We've got Kill Her Goats, which I don't think I've seen. Goat Face Killer. Nice name. We've got Freaky, which I also have yet to see. We have the Ladola Dagger and Blissfield Butcher mask. It's an interesting looking mask, kind of like an ancient style, you know, mask. But anyways, haven't seen the film, don't know how that fits in. We have a Silent Night, Deadly Night Billy Chapman costume with axe. And then you have the axe accessory separate as well, new for 2022. Very, very nice. We have Psycho Goreman, which I know a lot of people probably didn't like it. The kids were pretty annoying, but the movie itself was pretty fun. Really enjoyed it, so I might pick one of those up. It looks like it could be off of the original sculpt. Maybe, maybe not. I'll have to look into that some more, but that looks really cool. Then we have a hook prop with display from Candyman. I think that is the new Candyman looking at the font, but I mean, the hook's going to be pretty close to the same no matter what. Then, this is a big one, guys. Goosebumps is back. For a while, Trick or Treat Studios lost the licensing for Goosebumps, and these masks were unavailable. They became very hard to come by, very sought after as well, because Goosebumps is so popular. And now, we are happy to say that they do have those masks back. So we have Haunted Mask 1 and 2, the Slappy Vacuform, Haunted Mask Vacuform, the Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns, which is also a full overhead latex, and the Slappy Prop. And it is the classic from the TV show Slappy. So that's great to see. Now here's another one that I think most people are going to be excited to hear about, the Fear Street lineup. So I actually did have a video planned where I was going to show you guys how to make your own Camp Nightwing Killer masks at home, just with burlap and some latex, but looks like we have perhaps one casted off the original. It looks exact to the original. Of course the finishing is going to be a little bit different. We know that with Trick or Treat Studios, but if these are out of the original molds, I mean, rehaulers are going to have a great time with these. I know personally I'm going to pick up the full set and probably repaint them as well. We got the Skull Mask Killer, which is really awesome, but my favorite of the trio is Billy Barker. That mask is just super unsettling, and I can't wait to get one of those. Now, we have the Chucky products. We have the Ultimate Chucky, which this is very promising. I was just feeling a little upset about not picking up a good guy in the original run, but now we have the Ultimate Chucky, which is not the miniature NECA figure in a box. This is a full-size good guy doll with interchangeable heads and hands, and of course he comes with a knife, which is the voodoo knife replica. Just really, really cool. It looks like you can also purchase, for those of you who already own the original good guy, it looks like you can also purchase the Tommy head, the pizza face head, and of course the voodoo knife separately. This knife does look to have a little bit of blood on it though. I think the previous voodoo knives they were doing did not have any blood on it. This next page is just hilarious. There's something really strange about seeing an adult dressed as Chucky. I've always thought people dressing as Chucky was kind of odd, obviously because of the size difference, but still, it's very unsettling. Got the good guy doll's costume, the good guy mask, the evil Chucky mask, the good guy skull, which I'm looking forward to picking up one of those, the boot knife, the voodoo knife as well. I think this is the adult size version, so they have two different sizes here. Then they have their good guy plush doll, which I guess is not going to be a fully posable doll. It's just going to be, of course, mostly plush. We've got the Play Pal Toys sign, the batteries prop, the empty doll replica box. I do believe the replica box is a bit different than the one that the dolls come in, from what I've seen, so for those of you who are, you know, really out there for accuracy, you might want to look into that. We've got the good guy cereal box prop, the hammer, construction bib, and construction helmet. We've got some Seed of Chucky products. We have, of course, Tiffany, Chucky, and Glenn, all as full-size dolls. Then for masks, we have Vacuform Seed of Chucky masks and Tiffany masks. Then moving on to Curse, continued from Seed, we have the Heart of Damballa, Glenn's axe, and Tiffany's necklace. Very nice. Then for Curse, we have the Scarred Chucky mask, the Scarred Chucky plastic mask, the regular Chucky mask, and the regular Chucky plastic mask. So it looks to be that the latex versions of those are the new products. Then we have Ghoulies 2. We have the Fish Ghoulie puppet and mask, and the Cat Ghoulie puppet, and the Rat Ghoulie mask. So, yeah, that's it for Ghoulies if you guys out there love Ghoulies. Now for Nightmare. We have the Springwood Slasher, Freddy's Revenge, and Dream Master. And we've got gloves. We've got the Dream Master glove, the Dream Warriors glove, the Revenge glove, and the original Springwood Slasher glove. I actually do want to check out some of those Trick or Treat Studios gloves at some point. Perhaps I can see them in person at a convention or something. But from what I've heard, they seem to be actually pretty nice quality, nice metal gloves. Now we have some new products for the Saw franchise. Technically, I guess Spiral is its own offshoot, but we have, from Spiral, the pig mask, the full costume, and of course Mr. Snuggles, which I think most people out there who enjoyed the film are looking forward to getting their own Mr. Snuggles. Then looking at the rest of the Saw stuff, the actual franchise, we have the full Billy costume, Billy plastic mask, looks to be a Vacuform mask, so they have one with and without hair, and then the Billy with moving mouth, which could be a latex piece or it could very well be Vacuform as well, but he has the moving mouth, and of course the static prop puppet. Next page we have the Jigsaw robe, the death and just regular freshly skinned face masks of John Kramer, the reverse bear trap, the pig mask, the appliance set for the Jigsaw pieces. That's pretty cool. Then we have the Us section, which I greatly enjoyed Us. I don't know if you guys out there have seen it. Probably some of you have, some of you haven't, but Us was pretty interesting. Pluto's mask is very odd and terrifying. Jason's mask is also very, very cool, which of course is the Chewbacca style mask. You've got the full Jason costume, the tethered costume, and then of course the scissors. Next page, we've got Return of the Living Dead. I want to pick up a good majority of these. I want a Tar Man, of course, Mohawk Zombie, and you guys want to see me in a trash costume? It's not a fucking costume, it's a way of life! You got the makeup palette for trash, or it could just be a zombie palette looking at it actually. The Party Time skeleton, the zombie trash. Probably we want Party Time, not zombie trash as much. Not a big fan of that design. The You Need a Medical Supply sign, of course, is classic. Then we've got the Trick or Treat lineup. New for 2022, we have Sam's Light Up Pumpkin. We also have, the rest of these, nothing new, but we have the Sam costume, the Lollipop, the Bitten Lollipop, the Unmasked Sam, and the Burlap Sam. Next page, we've got the Purge television series. I actually haven't seen any of the TV series, but we have, I guess, Run, Plus, The Killer, The Nun, The Doll Girl, Bandage, Blood God, and Spike. So, there you go for you Purge fans. And then we've got the regular, the first series, I guess the actual film series rather, Purge masks. We've got Uncle Sam, Abe Lincoln, Lady Liberty, Kiss Me, and God. Next page, we've got some Stephen King stuff. We have the Bloody Carrie costume, I guess is their only Carrie item, which kind of makes sense. But you can get the Bloody Carrie costume. Then you've got, for It, you've got the new version, not the old school versions, of Pennywise, the deluxe and the standard. They also have Pennywise's normal teeth as well as his fang teeth. Then they have Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, the actual Leslie Vernon mask, and the sickle. For Evil Dead 2, they've got the Necronomicon prop with pages, Evil Ash, Evil Ed, Henrietta, Kandarian Dagger, and Pee-wee. The entire set, all great. Love all those. Would like to pick at least Henrietta and the Necronomicon up at some point. Next page, we've got They Live. Alien V2, the female alien, the regular alien, the alien face mask, and the Obey sign. Pretty basic stuff, but of course very, very cool looking creatures. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, of course a classic. I've owned, I think at this point, I've owned Slim before, I've had Shorty before, I've never had a Fatso, though I've seen a full costume in person, and I've never seen a Clownzilla. I've actually, I guess they did offer those prior, maybe I just missed that, but very nice. Continued, we have the costumes for Fatso, Slim, and Shorty. And then we have the selection for Haunt, which yet again, another movie that's been recommended to me I have yet to see. We have the Ghost Mask, the Devil Mask, the Clown Mask, Vampire, Witch, and Zombie. All very cool retro-style mask designs. For Dawn of the Dead, we have the Airport Zombie, the Hare Krishna Zombie, the Flyboy, Roger Pillow Pal, which might be one of my favorite pieces, the Flyboy head prop, and the Zombie Appliance, which is just supposed to be like the Airport Zombie's eye exposed, I guess. Or it could just be any zombie, but looks to be the same one. Then for Day of the Dead, we've got Bub and Dr. Tongue. And then Night of the Living Dead, Graveyard Ghoul. Next page, we have Creepshow the series. I don't think I've seen any of the series yet. I know guys, really lacking here. I've heard a lot of great things about the series as well, but gotta check that out sometime soon. We've got the Creep hanging prop, the Creep mask, the Scarecrow, and the Gray Matter, which Gray Matter is a really, really cool looking design. For Classic Creepshow, we have a Fluffy bust, the Fluffy mask, Harry and Becky, and of course, Nate. For Dead Silence, we've got the Billy Puppet, the Billy Mask, Mary Shaw Clown, and the Mary Shaw Clown Puppet. Then for Strangers Pray at Night, we've got Man in the Mask, Dollface, and Pinup Girl, all kind of basic. I thought that they... For Pray at Night, I thought maybe they had like the burned face version. Perhaps I'm wrong on that, but there you go. For Gremlins, new for 2022, we have the Gremlin Cocoon prop. Then we have the Stripe Puppet, Gizmo Puppet, Evil Stripe Puppet, and Evil Gremlin Puppet. Continued, we have the Bandit Gremlin Puppet, the Flasher Gremlin Puppet, Gizmo, Stripe, the Peltzer Workshop Metal Sign, and then moving on to Gremlins 2, the new batch, we have some new products. We have a new Mogwai in the form of Mohawk and George. So those are the new ones. Then we have, of course, Gizmo, Daffy, and Lenny, which were already previously offered, and the Splice of Life sign. Next page has got quite a few different licenses on it. We've got the Victor Crowley mask from Hatchet, Pumpkinhead from Pumpkinhead, the Lament box specifically from Hellraiser Inferno. I would like to pick up one of those as well. Never can have too many Lament configurations lying around, you know. The Annabelle replica from The Conjuring, which is the actual doll, and then the Annabelle costume, which is... why? I don't know. Yet again, what is it with adults wanting to dress up as dolls? It just doesn't translate for me. It's never been scary, it's never been cool, I don't know, but whatever. For Krampus, we have the Krampus robe and the Krampus mask. For Happy Death Day, you have the Killer mascot mask and the regular mascot mask. Beast of Blood, you've got the Beast. Darkman, you've got Darkman. The Iron Giant, you've got Iron Giant. I also would like to have an Iron Giant mask because I love Iron Giant. Who doesn't? Next page, we've got Terrifier. We've got the Art the Clown costume, the Killer Art, which is just the bloody art, and the regular Art the Clown. I don't know why they didn't call that bloody art instead of Killer Art, but because he's always a killer, right? I mean, I don't know. You've got the nasty, nasty, nasty Art Teeth. For Sinister, you've got Mr. Boogie. For Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, you've got Bubba. The Orphan Killer, you've got the Orphan Killer. Jeepers Creepers, you've got the Creeper Hat, the Creeper, and the Creeper Axe. Kind of surprised they didn't come up with a duster for that full costume set, but still quite nice. For American Werewolf in London, you have a Theater Jack, the Bald Demon, the Werewolf Demon, and Warmonger. All great designs, of course. Next page, you have Puka Lives, Puka Vacuform Mask. I have no clue what that is. The Sally Face, yet again, no clue what that is. Nightbreed, the Black Berserker, and Dr. Decker, both great. Motel Hell, the Pig Mask. Zombie, you have the Poster Zombie and the Boat Zombie. For Jaws, you have the Bruce the Shark Mask, which is pretty awesome. For Kong, the Eighth Wonder of the World, you have the full deluxe outfit, and also for Jaws, you have the no swimming sign, so. Next page, we've got The Hobbit with Azog, Lord of the Rings with Gollum. Mortal Kombat, you've got Shao Kahn, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion. Game of Thrones, Night King, Hound Helmet, White Walker Dragon, and Mountain Helmet. Wouldn't mind getting a Hound Helmet at some point if I come across one. It's not a huge thing that I want to add to the collection, but I wouldn't mind picking one up. White Walker chest and hands, and the Dragon shoulder prop. Next up, you've got Blind. You've got the Pretty Boy costume, which is just a bloody suit from the looks of it. Then you've got the Terror of Hallows Eve, with Sad Trickster, Evil Trickster, and the Trickster costume. I don't think I've seen that. I have no clue what that is. You also have the Pretty Boy mask from Blind. I guess from Terror of All Hallows Eve, you also have Scarecrow and Banshee. I have not checked that out, still need to see that. From Josh Hasty's Candy Corn, you have the Jacob costume, the Jacob mask, Jacob's pail, and the Dr. Death costume. Then we have the Deep Web Murder Show. Yet again, have no clue what this is, but you've got the Dollmaker mask, Doxy, and Gnarly the Clown. So, there they are. Full Moon features a true classic, of course. We've got Radu, the Castle Freak, Killjoy, Shrieker, Lurking Fear, Ginger Dead Man, Blade Vacuform, and Pinhead Vacuform. Maybe I'm wrong, I thought Lurking Fear was a new addition this year, but it doesn't say it next to it, so maybe not. For the Umbrella Academy, they've got the Academy Kid masks, then they've got Diego's mask, they've got Cha-Cha, Cha-Cha 2, Hazel and Hazel 2, so it's just the normal and then black and white versions. On the next page, you have the Agent Tan, Agent Grath, Agent Baron Von Chives, Agent Blau, Agent Cheerleader, Agent Zane Kaflu, Agent Steve Growl, Agent KG Beast, Agent Sir Jeffrey, and Agent Toad. So with all these Umbrella Academy masks, I think that these were all made to be used in like some huge fight sequence at the end of the last season. However, none of them ended up getting used, or very few of them ended up getting used, and you really couldn't see them. So I'm guessing they just went ahead and decided to produce these because they've already made the sculpts, they've already made the molds, they probably already had a deal worked out at that point in time, but still pretty cool masks. Now for getting into The Walking Dead, we have the Twisted Walker, the Eyeless Walker, the Deer Walker, the Barnacle Walker V1 and V2, the Alpha the Whisperer, and Shock Walker, as well as Moss Walker. I like pretty much all these designs except for the Shock Walker. Obviously it looks a little bit goofy, but I'm pretty confident that's supposed to be a reference to the Shock Monster mask, of course, which, yet again, just looking at the design, I'm pretty confident that's what that's supposed to be. Interesting that they only have Alpha's mask and not Beta's, but we do have some more stuff for The Walking Dead continued on to the next page. We have the Charred Walker, the Mush Walker, the Beard Walker, the Biter Walker, the W Walker, the Well Walker, the Teeth Walker mask, face mask, the Bloated Walker face mask, Jawless Walker face mask, Rotted Walker face mask, the full Negan costume, as well as Lucille by herself, the Walker chest, the ear necklace, because you gotta have an ear necklace, the Sheriff Rick costume, Rick's hatchet, and Rick's machete. Out of all of these, I think Rick's machete is probably the most popular costume, or most popular accessory. I could be wrong, but I know a lot of Jason cosplayers have used those, and of course just a lot of haunt actors in general. It's a cheap foam prop weapon, so pretty great piece. Then we get into Rocky. Now for Rocky, it looks like we have an Apollo Creed Vacuform mask, maybe? Just looking at the way, it looks kind of like a plastic mask. I could be wrong, but it looks to be. We've got, of course, the Rocky mask and Clubber Lang mask, which both look pretty great. Clubber Lang looking absolutely terrifying. Then we have the Clubber Lang trunks, Balboa trunks, Apollo Creed trunks. Have the full Rocky Balboa robe, Clubber Lang robe, no Apollo Creed robe. You do have the women's Rocky costume, because why not? You have the Rocky Balboa appliances, in case you want to look like you've just been assaulted. Next page, guys. We're now getting into some of the music stuff. This is a big announcement. Slipknot has finally partnered with Trick or Treat Studios to produce Slipknot masks. For years and years now, all of us mask fans have been wondering, when is Ruby's finally going to let it go and realize that they're not making great quality products? Well, finally, we now have Slipknot and Trick or Treat Studios working together. Looks like we're getting the Iowa Clown and the Volume 3 Corey mask, which are two of the most popular, if not the most, I would say probably outside of like the West German Clown, I think these are the two most popular Slipknot masks, I would say. And getting those out of what looks to be the official molds, the original molds, that's a big deal. That's going to be huge for rehaulers, huge for that whole fandom. I can't wait to personally see these myself. They're going to be really, really cool. Then for Slayer, we've got the Cut Appliance and the Helmet Skull, which is new for 2022. Then for Ice 9 Kills, we've got the Ice Pick and the Silence Mask. For Ghost, we've got Papa 4, Cardinal Copia, the Cardinal Copia costume, the Chrome Ghoulette and Chrome Ghoul. Glad to see that those have stuck around, because I need to pick up one each of those. The Papa 2 robe, the Papa 2 mask. Looks like you can get the mask and hat, or hat by itself. Then you have the staff, which they just call it the staff, but it's Papa 2's scepter. The original Nameless Ghoul mask, which is an Infestissimum Ghoul mask, so far from the originals. Then we have the Nameless Ghoul, which is done by, it's just the regular Meliora Nameless Ghoul, and they have a latex version of it for whatever reason. The Papa 3 mask, and Papa 2 robe. We've already talked about the robe. Then we have Nil's hat here. Papa Nil's hat. Rest in peace. Zeros in chat for Nil. May he rest in peace. I'm really upset now to look through this and not see Nil's mask. They announced it, we saw sculpt pictures of it, we saw finished product. I don't think it ever went up for pre-order, but I was really looking forward to getting one of those, if not, you know, multiple of them to do every single paint style he had. Was really looking forward to that, but it looks like maybe he got canceled. Quite upset about that, actually. We have a whole host of Iron Maiden masks here, with the Wicker Man, Matter of Life and Death, Klansman, Legacy, Killers, and the Beast. All look to be quite nice. The Peace of Mind costume, then you've got the Peace of Mind mask, Aces High, Power Slave Mummy, the Book of Souls, the Final Frontier, and Somewhere in Time. I think that's it for, that's it for Iron Maiden. Now we've got for Motorhead, the War Pig, Megadeth, Vic Rattlehead, Quiet Riot, the Metal Health, Five Finger Death Punch, Knucklehead, Alice Cooper. For Misfits, we've got the Fiend in Black, the Fiend in Red, and the Vacuform Fiend. House of 1K has some good stuff too. I want to say, I thought the Professor was a new piece. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of last year, but we've got the Professor, which looks pretty damn great. The Ravelli mask, Captain Spaulding face mask, Otis mask, Captain Spaulding full overhead mask, Tiny mask, Dr. Satan, and the Captain Spaulding costume. For Devil's Rejects, we've got Otis and the Victim. Then for Rob Zombie, just in general Rob Zombie masks, we've got the Rob Zombie mask, the Rob Zombie Scar appliances, and the Phantom Creep Vacuform. I thought they did like a huge Phantom Creep at one point, but now it looks like they just have the Vacuform. For 31, you have the Schizo Head, Psycho Head, and Poster Clown. We've got a comic style Hellboy, comic style The Goon from The Goon. We have Uncle Creepy from Creepy. For Mars Attacks, we have the Drone Martian and Soldier Martians. Then we have the EC Comics masks, including the Crypt Keeper, the Vault Keeper, the Old Witch, Quicksand Zombie, Craigmore Zombie, and Ghastly Zombie. Then for Super 7's The Worst, we have Snake Tut, Batula, and Robot Reaper. Pretty cool designs, all of those. For Toxic Tunes, we have the Green Gruesome, Mummy, Infestation, and Gulina. I think the Infestation and Gulina masks are both Vacuform from the looks of it, but it doesn't say face mask specifically. For Tom Savini's Faces of Horror, we have Grafted, Tombed, Graves, and Mort. And for Death Studios, we have Lovecraft and Upside Down. So those are old Death Studios remade masks. And we have some Dawn Post classics that were remade, including the Evil Gnome, Rotten, Fury, Green Corpse, Demented Clown, Withered, Harry, and Ghost. Then on the other side here, we have the classic Pig, which of course was the pig that was used to make the Saw Pig. Bloody, which is just a clown. The Neon Skull, Timberwolf, Werewolf, Old Vampire, Sewage, and Kaiju. Then remade masks for Zagoni Studios, we have Fangface in green and brown, regular Fangface, Alien Jaws, Visitor from Space, Phantom from Friday the 13th Part 2, Square Corpse, Zombie, and Drac. Then Justin Mabry's original Mabry Monsters lineup, we have the Night Owl Skull, Night Owl Blood Skull, Shock Monster, King Pumpkin, Clown Skinner, Everett, and Psychopath. All great designs. For Trick or Treat Studios originals, we do have two new originals added to the lineup with Glob and Ghost Pirate, both great designs. We have Mr. Gruesome Twosome, Gothic Demon, Dry Rot, Lab Monster, Necrodome, Lab Chimp, Time Ghoul, Old Scratch Devil, the Devil Vacuform, Frankenstein, Freakenstein, Water Zombie, Sewage Monster, Hybrid, the Monitor, and Gilbert. All great designs. The only one of these I've seen in person is a hybrid, which is very, very, very nice. Continued for originals, we have Vertigo, Vertigo Deluxe, Elephant Man, Mummy, Zabinski, Chiller, Chiller Hands, The Ghoul, Pizza Fiend, Antique Skull, Blood Pig, Circus Clown, Old Clown, Cleve, Belinda, The Wraith, and Old Man. Oh, even more originals still. We have Chimpanzee, Arachnoid, Maniac, and a Medusa wig, Opera Coat, the Haunted Mask Hanger, those are cool, I wouldn't mind getting a few of those, and just Axe. It's just called Axe. Now this looks to be pretty much the same exact thing as the Shining Axe, I'm assuming just without the licensing attached to it. I think they did end up losing that license, which is really, really unfortunate, but maybe it'll still be in here. Regardless, it's pretty much the same thing, that same style fire axe. For Devil's Cap, we've got pink, red, black, and Santa Claus, so I guess they're making just hats now, or they're like knit hats. Those are interesting. We also seem to have some treat bags with the Creeping Cadavers, Scarecrew, Live Monsters, and Wicked 3 treat bags. And it looks like from here forward we're going to be dealing with mostly props and accessories, so I don't think there's going to be too many more masks, but we're going to keep looking anyway. We've got the Bite Mare's Horror Teeth, Vampire Master Teeth, Underling Teeth, Zombie Teeth, Soul Eater Teeth, Wolf Teeth, Undead Teeth, Demon Teeth, Ogre Teeth, and Id Teeth. Then we have the Wrapped in Terror line. So, Trick or Treat Studios is now making wrapping paper, or offering wrapping paper rather, with the Halloween 3 wrapping paper, Good Guys wrapping paper, and They Live wrapping paper. All of these are awesome. I love all of them, but I think the Good Guys is probably my favorite. Oh, continued, we do have more wrapping paper. We have the Winter Getaway wrapping paper, which is the Overlook Hotel floor, Krampus Season Greetings, Trick or Treat Season's Greetings, which is Sam themed, or, actual Trick or Treat themed, the Twilight Zone, Halloween 1978, Pumpkin Design, and the Poster Design, Dungeons & Dragons Critical Role wrapping paper, Motorhead Ace of Spades, Iron Maiden wrapping paper, and for new products we have two new styles of Iron Maiden wrapping paper, the Legacy and Knights of the Dead wrapping paper. Then we get into Holiday Horrors, which is essentially their Christmas ornament selection. Quite a bit of stuff to look through here. We've got new for 2022, the Light Up Jack-O-Lantern and Light Up Sam-O-Lantern, so Halloween and trick-or-treat styles. They have the Sam bust, 78 Myers bust, Judith Myers tombstone, 1981 Myers bust, the Silver Shamrock 3-pack, so you've got all three masks, the Mummy, Invisible Man, Dark Man, Creature, Wolfman, Phantom, Dr. Satan, Captain Spaulding, Nameless Ghoulette, Cardinal Copia, Nameless Ghoul, The Fiend, and Jerry Only. All of these are really cool, I think, except for Cardinal Copia. And it's probably just because the sculpted hair on him just doesn't look quite right. I don't know. His face looks a little off as well, but the rest of it looks really, really nice. Next page, we have the They Live Alien, Billy, Leatherface, the BOC Chucky, okay, Bride of Chucky, Bride of Chucky bust. So they have the heads and then the bust separate. You can get the Tiffany bust, just the head. Then you can get the Seed of Chucky Tiffany bust, or just the head. The Seed of Chucky Glinda bust, or just the head. And that's Glenn and Glinda, so same thing. And then you've got the Seed of Chucky, just regular Chucky style bust and head as well. Wow, guys, okay, now we've got a lot of mini busts. Now these look to be busts with their own platform, so I'm guessing these are just resin pieces that you can sit on your desk or wherever it may be. It looks like it's pretty much the exact same selection that we just looked through, so not a whole lot to note there. They also seem to have from Seed of Chucky a Glenn, Chucky, and Tiffany 15-inch bust. Interesting. And they have 1/4 scales of the Dawn of the Dead Airport Zombie, the Worm Zombie from Zombie, the Boat Zombie from Zombie, Dr. Freudstein from House by the Cemetery, and Dr. Butcher from Zombie Holocaust. Next up we have some 15-inch scale statues. Well, it says two of these are 1/6 scale, one of them's 15-inch. Frankenstein's 15-inch with an interchangeable head, and then they've got House by the Cemetery, and the Zombie Holocaust statues are just 1/6 scale. Then they have some original Ghosts of Halloween. These are all just original concepts, I do believe, from 2022. Very, very cool pieces. You've got Doyle, Teddy, and Gunner. Moving forward, Trick or Treat Studios has really gotten heavily into the 1/6 scale figures ring. So we have, of course, regular Myers, Bloody Myers from 78, and H2 Myers. They have a 1/6 scale accessory pack too. Looks to be, I guess, different coveralls. So their original 1978 figures come with blue coveralls. Very, very clearly blue coveralls. Then in H2, it's the proper green color. But you can buy the 78 pack and get the green coveralls to get them accurate. I guess, I don't know why. They also have different hands, Judith Meyer's tombstone, the pumpkin, the telephone, and of course the sheet ghost costume. They also have Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Art the Clown. Halloween Kills being the only new one of these. Next up we have the Halloween 3 Trick-or-Treater set. These are in 1/6 scale, and it is the full set together, new for 2022. They have a Sam 1/6 scale figure, and it seems that he actually does have like a platform below him, so that's pretty cool, new for 2022. Next up for House of a Thousand Corpses, we have a 5-inch figure line. They've got the finger-licking, pistol-whipping Captain Spaulding figure, which was a huge hit. And I think based off of his success, they've done the rest of the line, because these are all new for 2022. They have Rabbit Roastin' Otis, Showtime Baby, Driller Killer Dr. Satan, and Ripping Axe Professor. Now they're offering Werepups. I think this is made by the people that make like those handcrafted babies. You know, they look like realistic children. I know some people get them just because they want them. Some people get them because they can't have their own kids or they've lost a child. But yeah, they have monster versions as well, so there you go. Then we have an entire slew of pins. Tons and tons of new pins. I'll just put that on screen so you guys can check it out. Just pages and pages of pins here. It's a good thing I'm not an enamel pin collector because I would want every single one of these. They also do have air fresheners. I've smelled one of them. I forget which one I was sent. I think it was just the Trick or Treat Studios logo, but they seem to have them from their full list of licenses as well. Pretty much any license that they have, they do have air fresheners for that as well. And also, of course, original styles. Then we're getting into one of my favorite selections, the Halloween decorations. Now these are your classic style vintage decorations you would hang up on your wall. They have the Trick or Treat Collection 2, glow-in-the-dark versions, very cool. Nightbreed Collection 1, Nightbreed Collection 2, Night of the Living Dead, which is entirely new for 2022, and the Chucky Selection, which is also new for 2022. Now, looking at this Chucky selection and seeing his, what appears to be like half-melted face, it almost looks to be Chucky from the new TV series. But Glenn and Tiffany both look to be like their standard Seed of Chucky versions, so. Next page you've got Little Ghouls, which I guess is all originals. Then you've got the Misfits selection, very cool. Creepshow selection, Night of the Living Dead selection, Krampus, Trick or Treat 1, and Toxic Tune selection. Of course, continued, you have the Halloween Series 1, Halloween 3 Series 1, Universal Monsters Series 1, Universal Monsters Series 2, Child's Play Series 1, Halloween 4 Series 1, American Werewolf in London Series 1, They Live Series 1, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Series 1, and I think that's it for their decorations. So I'm guessing with the fact that they noted some of those as Series 1, they do intend to do more. They've also started offering jewelry recently, so I believe, yeah, you can get these in plated brass or straight up silver, in the Phantom Creep Ring, Chucky, Myers, Leatherface, Scarred Chucky, Nosferatu. Then they also have pendants in the form of the Halloween Clown, which is actually the Rob Zombie Halloween mask. So, interesting that they don't have the full Rob Zombie lineup in here, which was announced a couple of years back, but they are still doing that design. They have the Space Clown, of course meant to be a killer clowns, and the Phantom Creep. All of those are pretty cool. I am, however, questioning why they own the license to like Ghost, and they haven't done Ghost rings. I think those would sell exceptionally well. Then we've got some magnet sets. You've got the 78 poster magnet, which is new for 2022, the H2 style magnet, Evil Ash magnet, Necronomicon, and Trick or Treat Sam are both new for 2022. The Bride of Chucky set and the Seed of Chucky set. They also have a full list of Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky keychains. Then we have these accessory bags, or handbags. These are new. I believe they started doing them last year. New for this year, they have the Billy Puppet bag, which looks a little strange. Kind of looks like a bootleg product. Not trying to trash the artist, but it just doesn't look quite right. You've got the standard Halloween bag, the Trick or Treat Sam Bitten Lollipop bag, and then you've got the Jack-o'-lanterns from Trick or Treat in the normal and lit up versions, which the lit up just has yellow instead of black. And of course, because we're going through a pandemic, they have a full selection of PPE face masks in the form of 2018 Myers, regular Myers, Saw, Billy Puppet, Misfits, Fiend. Most of these seem to just be like literally stock images of their masks printed onto them. But a couple of these are like original artwork pieces, so there you go. They also now have poster soap. I'm surprised these don't say new for 2022 because I don't recall ever seeing these. They have the Halloween poster soap, Halloween Myers poster soap, the Bob Ghost soap, Krampus Snow Globe soap, the Krampus Rooftop soap, Trick or Treat Sam soap, and then the Sam O'Lantern soap. There's now a full selection of Trick or Treat Studios games as well, with Blood Orders, Troll Fest, Creature Feature, and World Z League. Have not heard anything about any of those, but that's it. And with that being said, we have now finished up the full Trick or Treat Studios catalog for 2022. Guys, there's a few things in here I'm definitely interested in, definitely looking forward to, but I'm also feeling just a little bit disappointed from seeing a few pieces that were announced previously that I was definitely looking forward to are no longer in here, so it looks like they will not be offering those any longer, or perhaps they just never ended up making it to begin with, but... If you guys watched this entire video, let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, let me know what was your favorite piece that premiered in this new catalog. Was there anything that you were just really excited about, or anything that you're looking forward to grabbing this season? And of course, for those of you wondering, I will be doing one of these looking at the new Fun World products as well, so be looking forward to that sometime soon. Thank you all for watching, love you all, and see you next time.